Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Judy if you didn't already know. If you're new here, make sure you hit this like button and hit the subscribe button if you're interested in seeing any more content from me. Yeah, I have another video here for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm filming outside today. I'm just trying to get a little bit of a taste of whatever's left of summer. It's basically September 1st now, and that means it's gonna start getting cold, fall's gonna start, then comes winter where it starts to snow. So yeah, if you didn't already know, I'm a registered nurse here in Canada, have been for about 2 years, and I have been casual for those 2 years the entire time. So today I just wanted to give you guys insight on what PRN, casual, per diem nursing is from someone who's actually living it. So like I said, I've been a casual nurse for 2 years now since I graduated. I'll just start by saying it is a very individual choice. I am not bashing anyone who decides to go casual, nor someone who has a line either part-time or full-time or whatever it may be. I do love it. I love the flexibility, how it allows me to just live my life the way I want to, and I'll get into that more in the video as well. So we're just gonna go ahead, talk about the pros and cons, what to consider, who it might not be for, who it might be for, so that hopefully you can gauge if it's for you or not for you. So unfortunately, being casual does have some bad rep. It does have a little bit of controversy as well within nursing itself. But regardless, it is nobody's business what you decide to do with your work schedule, your work life. That is no one's business besides yours. So let's start off with that, okay? So a lot of people say things like casual workers don't want to work, don't like working, they have poor work ethic, that they aren't committed to nursing as a career. And some even go as far to say that casual nurses don't even help with like the staffing crises, they don't help staff hospitals at all, so what's the point? Yeah. Not necessarily to debunk, but just kind of to reply to those comments. I do enjoy working as a nurse. I actually love my career. I am happy I chose it. I wouldn't choose anything else in this world. I am currently in school for my specialty in emergency. So for me, this schedule works best, and yeah. Casual allows me to have a flexible schedule to where I won't have to work part-time or full-time as well as going to school full-time. Just allows me to do both, still make income, still get my studies done, without my brain exploding. If I'm not working, I'm typically doing something else that is useful. So, okay, let me actually talk about what being casual looks like. Like, what does the schedule look like? What is the lifestyle like? What are your requirements as a casual nurse? Take in, I do live in British Columbia, Canada, so the requirements for a casual RN here might be different than where you're from, but you'll still definitely be able to see some similarities in what I'll be talking about. So as a casual RN, you do have to meet a minimum requirement of hours a year. For me, it's 300 hours, and I keep my casual line. Like, I don't just get kicked out of the hospital, basically. Here's my calculator, my handy dandy calcy. 300 divided by 12-hour shifts. I have a minimum of 25 shifts a year. Obviously, if I did that, I would be completely broke and wouldn't be able to do half the things that I actually do. So also as a casual, I can pick up whenever I want, pretty much wherever they need. I work in the emergency department, so I always wait for the call outs for the emergency department, or I am pre-booking on that unit, but I'll get into pre-booking as well. So if I decided to not really be on call for the next couple months, I could contact the unit clerk. She'll send me the schedule of availabilities and openings currently, not including sick calls, and book a full-time schedule if I wanted to. But honestly, in today's day and age with the nursing shortages in the hospitals, they definitely need a nurse somewhere in the hospital, and that spot can be filled by you. Something else I like about casual is that there's actually more variety in types of shifts that you can take. So I've even worked a 4-hour shift, 8-hour shift, 12-hour shift, just depending on what the unit actually needs for that shift. Like, if they only need someone to come in for 4 hours because somebody has to leave early, they have to pick up their kid from school or something, then you can come in for those 4 hours and work. If you're free and have the free 4 hours, right? If you want a 12-hour shift, which that's where the real money is, then go work that, right? But there's options rather than usually an 8-hour line or a 12-hour line when you're part-time or full-time. Also, there are a lot of opportunities for overtime, left, right, and center. Like, everywhere. Like I just said, you can also pre-book your shifts in advance. So if you want to full-time schedule for the next 3 months, you can also get that depending on your unit. My unit is very flexible, or I can find a different unit, different site as well that would take me. Some people do like being casual at a couple different sites just so that they get a variety and that they have more options that way. I actually used to have another casual position at another hospital. I recently left that position at the other location just because once I started at this new location, I really enjoyed it. I feel like I get enough shifts and I feel like I could just commit to that one place personally. But I know a lot of people who like to have a couple places. Some people will even balance it off workload. Some might have a casual line in a smaller community hospital, and then their other casual line might be at a large trauma center. So just depends on what you're into. Also, for some reason, people think that I'm not paying taxes or getting my deductions for my pension or anything as casual, but I actually am. I do pay into taxes. I pay into EI here in Canada, my CPP, Canada Pension Plan, and then my MPP, my municipal pension plan as well. And then on top of that, my nursing union fees. So I am paying into everything regularly as if I were a part-timer or full-timer. So it's not like at the end of the year I have to do my taxes as if I was actually self-employed. So now that I've spoken a little bit about what casual, per diem, PRN kind of means, what it looks like for me on my side, let's talk about the actual pros. I mentioned a few just because when I'm talking about it, it just comes out, like flexibility, stuff like that. But let's actually narrow down those pros first, and then I'll get into the cons afterwards. So like I've said a million times, flexibility is a number one pro for being casual. You can absolutely create your own schedule. It's giving boss babe, it's giving self-employed, it's giving just everything. For example, because of this flexibility, I've been able to travel to 8 to 10 places, destinations this year, and it's only August. So I've been very blessed, very grateful, very lucky to be able to do that with my schedule, because this has genuinely been the most special year of my life. So thank God for casual. I also work in the industry as an actress dancer, so that has given me the flexibility to join quite a few projects this year as well. And if you know anything about the industry, you're not gonna get your work schedule or your shoot dates or fitting dates or rehearsal dates until as close as possible to those dates, most likely. So it'll be either the same week or even like the day before, which casual allows me that flexibility to be able to say yes and commit to those things. I have been able to pursue dance and other ventures as well during this time. And despite what some people may think, I have not fallen behind in nursing, specifically with my education in the emergency department. So to be an emergency specialized nurse, you do have to go to school. Certain health authorities might pay you to do it within like 4 or 5 months.
Take in, these sponsorships do often require some sort of return of service commitment, most commonly where I'm from, of about 18 months full-time.
I went the self-funded route where I have been doing it over 2 years part-time, and I will be done in December. So I was able to do school part-time, self-funded, and work as well to fund my schooling and fund my life and fund my travel and have fun. Fun, yes. Another thing that I really appreciate about being casual is that it does leave you time for the important things in life, whatever you find important specifically, right? For me, that's my family, that's my relationships, that's my schooling, that's my hobbies. And for me, I've always wanted to live a life where my career isn't everything, it's just part of my life. So that way it is. At least I see it that way. So other pros include premiums. So there's on-call / short call premium sometimes, depending on your site, obviously. So basically, if you're coming in on short notice, you usually do get a premium tacked on to your regular wage per hour. Like I said earlier, there's opportunity for overtime most often. Like if you pick up a 4-hour shift, you can extend to 8 hours, sometimes even 12 hours. I've done that before. So there's always just opportunity, depending on how short-staffed your unit is. Another pro, you can choose shifts in a kind of strategic manner, like working the shifts that will make you the most money. Like a night shift on a weekend. You're making the night shift premium, you're making the weekend premium, and if you're coming in on short notice, then there's short call premium as well. So that's 3 premiums on top of your regular wage per hour. Also, another pro that I find with casual is just like preventing burnout. In nursing school, they talk so much about burnout, how to prevent it, all this stuff, ways of self-care. I think the best self-care is to actually not overwork yourself, right? I feel like that's what gets us there. Okay, now the cons, the things I don't like to think about, the things that I'm like, ugh, I kind of maybe I should get a part-time or full-time line one day, because then I wouldn't have to deal with these cons, right? But then I love the pros so much. So let's get into the cons. Major con of being casual is that you don't get any benefits like you would as a part-timer or full-timer. You're just automatically given these great benefits that's like, oh my gosh, I can go get a dental clean, I can go get this, I can go get that, my meds are covered. As casual, that's not really a luxury per se, but let me talk about that further. Within my health authority, once you hit a specific amount of hours worked, you can pay into benefits. It is still pretty expensive per month, to be honest, it's not like a great deal. I mean, it's up to you, right? Luckily, I live in Canada where we have universal healthcare. The meds that I have needed haven't been too expensive, with the grace of God. Also, I think there's this thing in my health authority where if you pay into your benefits and you work a specific amount of hours within like high seasons or throughout the year, I'm not too sure, you have an opportunity to get reimbursed part of it as well. So if you're going to pay into benefits, definitely read through it carefully, see if there is a chance for you to get reimbursement as well, because that might just go over some people's heads and you'll be losing more money, right? So, I mean, benefits are different in importance for everyone. Some people might have a spouse who has like full benefits for their family and everything, and you don't really even need it now, right? So it's like, you know, finger crossed my future husband has benefits, because I don't really want to give up this casual line. Another con, you don't have any paid vacation time. To be honest, I don't expect to, just because I'm on vacation, like I'm not working. I don't know, I'm just chilling. And I've been traveling a lot this year, so no way in hell am I expecting to get paid for any of that time. But that's just me. Some people have always worked in places where they get paid vacation time and everything, and they've worked all throughout the year. I have not, so I'm okay with that. Also, we don't have the same amount of sick time. Casuals at my health authority, at least, we still do have like 3 or 4 or 5, no more than 5 sick days, like paid sick days. That's different obviously for part-timers and full-timers. You guys definitely get some more, so that's a pro for them. Another issue with casual is that you basically, because you're scheduling yourself and working when you want to work, that leaves you at risk for a pretty inconsistent income. So if you have specific responsibilities that you need to meet, like a mortgage, things like that, and you really need specific amount of hours or certain needs for your kids or things like that, like I wouldn't know because I don't have kids, I don't have a husband, so like I'm just chilling. So if you wouldn't be, then don't do it. Okay, so those are the ones that I've written down. If I think of any more, I'll add them into if I think of any more, I'll add them into the description box. But yeah, let's continue. So hopefully that pros and cons list that I provided can help a little bit on your decision. But again, there's people that it just won't work for and people it will work for. So you should go casual if you are one of those people who really needs flexibility and wants the flexibility to pursue other things in life. Just if it's anything, like whether it's a sport that you want to pursue competitively, if it's singing, if it's acting, dancing, anything, right? So if it's anything like that, yeah, might be for you. If mental health is a huge priority for you, that's not a joke. I know it sounds like a joke. I don't mean to slam anyone who's part-time or full-time. Like, it's hard. It's hard. Like, I commend and I congratulate anyone who is able to be full-time. I just, not in this day and age, sis. I can't do it. Go casual if the location that you are going to be working at as casual can provide you with the required hours that you need to work to make ends meet, to pay your bills, to pay into your savings, to pay into your retirement fund, all those things. Because there's nothing worse as going casual and not getting the shifts that you want or need. So you're basically just losing money, sitting at home, doing nothing, wishing you were working. Like, that's whack. So no, go casual if you don't think your practice will suffer by going into this role, because again, it can get inconsistent. If you think that you're one of those people that needs to be on a schedule to succeed in the field, that you're still going to be able to learn and catch up with that schedule. More so for new grads, right? For our seasoned nurses, like, you already know a lot more than us, than the new grads and, you know, people who've been a nurse for less than 5 years. So lastly, go casual if you are one of those people who's really, really, really accountable for yourself. Yeah, that you'll actually pick up shifts, not just disappear after like a bad shift for like 3 months. Because some people do that, especially as new grads. They get scared off. They're like, no, I'm not coming back, damn it. For people like that, it's probably best that you do have a schedule and like forced to come in. Just a few suggestions before we end this video off. If you're thinking about going casual, I would just take a sheet and list all the pros and cons of you going casual. List all the things that are really, really important to you currently. Also, what hobbies and interests do you have outside of nursing? Ask yourself, would you have the drive to pick up a shift when you don't have to? Because some people go casual and never want to work again. Ask yourself, would going casual make your life easier? Would going casual allow you more time for the important things in your life without negatively affecting your life, like income and relationships and stuff like that, right? Now, write out all those pros and cons and see what makes the most sense for you. Not me, not them, not your employer, for you, okay? Yeah, because you are giving up the inclusion of fee-less benefits. So keep that in mind. No one is forcing you to do either or. I just kind of wanted to come and speak here as a casual nurse. But yeah, feel free to do more research on your own. Ask me any questions if you'd like, leave them in the comment section below, I'll get to them. And yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. It was just a little sit down, kind of last minute thought to talk about. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I will see you next time.